guys, I get so many messages, people reaching out to me like, why don't you take your ex to court for violating the agreement? Why don't
Nobody's reaching out to him. Nobody's reaching out to him. Oh, nobody's reaching out to Perpetua. Perpetua, they lie. Hold on.
honestly,
Mm.
hey guys,
Mm.
I get so many messages, people reaching out to me like, why don't you take your ex to court for violating the agreement? Why don't you do something?
Jesus
People are getting
Christ.
upset with me because, hey guys, I get so many messages, people reaching out to me like, why don't you take your ex to court for violating the agreement? Why don't you do something? People are getting upset with me.
Tell them to buy you coffee. Tell them to buy you coffee.
It looks like I don't care, or I'm not doing anything.
Tell them to buy you coffee. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you. Welcome back to my page. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit the like button and also share this video if you care. Only if you care. So listen, I had a different reaction. I had a different topic that I wanted to react to, but then I saw that this one had done. I saw that Perpetua. From now, I'm calling him Perpetua. I saw Perpetua had done a video and trying to rewrite history as per usual. And you know, me, I've already vowed that that will not happen. Okay? I'm not saying that Perpetua should not tell their truth, but lying and trying to rewrite history is just not gonna do it. It's not kosher. So yeah, Perpetua is attempting to rewrite history again. So we're gonna do a reaction to what he's saying currently. And yeah, anyways.
Hey guys, I get so many messages, people reaching out to me like, why don't you take your ex to court for violating the agreement? Why don't you do something? People are getting upset with me because it looks like I don't care, or I'm not doing anything to protect my daughters, and
And you know, whether or not these people are reaching out to him is debatable. Okay, I will take whatever you hear from Perpetua with a bag of salt, not even a grain of salt. You're gonna need more than a grain of salt to be able to digest whatever it is. So whether people are reaching out to him, because he keeps changing, like he was gonna say a lot and then he quickly changed it to people. So that's a whole different conversation. Okay, but whether or not people are reaching out to him, they are reaching out to him because of the lies that he told, because of the misinformation that Perpetual fed them. And a lot of these people really do not have a mind of their own, you know, and a lot of them are just happy. They are willing to ignore facts, ignore things that are clear and before their very eyes, because they want to because they want to be a part of whatever it is that is going on, you know, in his space. So yeah, a lot of people are operating from a place of ignorance, not knowing what's really going on, because Perpetua keep lying to them.
it's just like, honestly, there's just a lot of things that you don't understand. There's just a lot of circumstances that people don't understand about my experience with the California legal system. And
tell them to give you more money. Tell them to give you more money. They should buy you more coffees, you know, and go to the page where you can get stars and give you stars, so that you'll be able to fight the state of California.
I'm going to address that now because this stuff is just distracting. And
he says it as if he has never addressed it before. He's always addressing these things. And in my opinion, Perpetua is always lying about the real situation. Okay?
And it's frustrating to me because my hands are tied. There's really nothing that I can do about it.
So again, this is just when I first saw this video, yeah, the first thing that crossed my mind was, yep, I don't know, they say it's a studio apartment or a one bedroom or whatever. He has to make money, he has to figure out a way to like furnish, that new small downsized apartment. He has to get more ridiculous-ish into that apartment. That was the first thing that crossed my mind. I was like, yeah, he's gonna come in milk and true to form, true to nature. Here he is. All of this is just complete BS. This is just a loser through and through. A loser. A worthless element. Worthless element. Somebody that cannot turn $1 into $2. That's what you guys are watching here. No prospects. Okay. I know there's this thing that's really big in Nigerian society where they say marry prospect to marry somebody with prospect to. I'm telling you, this one that you see right here has no prospect. Zero. He only exists to leech off of women. Only exists to piggyback off of women. That's my observation of this whole situation. Zero suspect, zero prospect, zero. Somebody that cannot stand on his own 2 feet. Zero. That's what you're looking at right here. Just want to lie, want to make up things, want to do whatever, to continue to reel all these people in who are gullible, who are desperate for whatever it is that they are hoping to get from this. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Just desperation. Just zero prospect. No hope, no nothing. Like, do you know the kind of gift that he was given in this social media street? Somebody with potential, somebody with talent. Imagine what they would have done. Imagine what they would have done with the eyeballs, with the notoriety that social media gave this perpetual here. Perpetual victim, perpetual liar, perpetual fake life. That's what you see here.
For those of you who don't know, last 3 years I have been harassed incessantly by false domestic violence story told by my ex-wife, which I have won in court and proved that she was lying.
Where is the proof though? You keep saying that you have won whatever in court. You've never once shown proof. You've never once shown proof that you won in court. Coming to a settlement because you don't want it to proceed because of whatever reason is not necessarily, is not a win. You've never shown any evidence that says this case was presided over. Evidence were provided, witnesses were called in, and in the end, you were found not guilty, you were found completely innocent. That has never happened, ever. So if you think that happened, show evidence. Show evidence to back up your I have won, I have won, I have won. This is just a man, right, who is so embarrassed that after he pushed himself out, he painted himself out to be this elite doctor, this strategist behind the curtain, this successful elite doctor with 25 top Hollywood celebrities as his client and 5 billionaire friends. This is a distraction for a man who, after telling all those lies, have nothing to show for it, only to downsize to a smaller apartment that is allegedly a studio apartment or a one-bedroom apartment. Okay, so me, I'm waiting for the reveal. This is a man who's trying to like multiple things can be right at the same time. This video could be about him trying to guilt trip people into sending him money so that he can furnish Because remember, he has already said in previous video that, oh, he had to give 90% of all the items in the old house away, or he had to throw them away or whatever, right? And now he's back here again with the sob story, trying to rewrite history, trying to paint a different narrative. This is somebody who is trying to like gain support, trying to get people to like buy things for him or send him money to furnish his new alleged studio apartment. Okay. And then while doing that, he's also trying to deflect from the failure that is so evident. The failure, the past 3 years, you're supposed to progress, you're supposed to excel. But he, on the other hand, he's done the complete opposite. Complete opposite. The new place is so small that he's forewarning people to not judge him for the small place. It is so small. And can I just say something? If this man was moving from a 4-bedroom, which really was senseless from the very beginning, like no reason whatsoever other than a miscalculation of where he was expecting his funds to like substitute the lifestyle was coming from. Pure miscalculation. Okay. But let me set the record straight. If this man was moving from a 4-bedroom apartment to a 2-bedroom apartment, to me, it'll make sense to me, because that's what like that is the size that he should have gotten in the first place. It should not have gotten a 4-bedroom. It should have been a 2-bedroom in the first place. But because of whatever ills he had in mind, bitterness, jealousy, and false competitive nature, you cannot compete with somebody that made you who you are. Like, you can talk from now till you're blue in the face that you were the one that was a strategy or whatever, but the sheep have been separated from the goats. It is now clear who is in charge. It is now clear who the talent, not that it was ever any issue for me. It was always obvious to me. It was always clear to me who the talent was between the two of you. You were just somebody backing off of somebody who's greatly, immensely talented. You know what I mean? So if this man was moving from a 4-bedroom that he got ignorantly, greedily, to a 2-bedroom, it won't even be a big deal. Trust me, he won't even see me. But from the way he's talking about it, it appears to be something even smaller. And that to me is problematic on a different level. But I'm going to save my opinion on that for when he actually does the reveal, when he actually does like the the walkthrough or whatever it is that he wants to do, and then I can actually see the situation before I give my opinion. I've already started talking about it a little bit, but I figured I was putting the cart before the horse. So I'm gonna wait to see what his current living condition or his next living condition is going to be before I give my opinion. But make no mistake about it, he knows what his living condition, he knows by how little he's downsizing or by how much he's downsizing. And he knows that it is going to appear to the world as though he's a loser. And so he's trying to deflect. He's trying to come up with all these other rubbish, things that he said he'd never talk about, even though he's talked about it a millionth time. Okay, so now he's coming back with this ridiculous gaslighting nonsense and distraction. We're not me. Whether people can distract, now then sabi me, I can walk in Chugomu. I can tackle multiple things at a time. If I choose not to talk about it, it's because I'm making a conscious decision not to. But I can actually talk about multiple things at the same time. Okay, so this one that he's doing now is just distraction. Is distraction from the big reveal when he finally does the apartment reveal, his new place, so that people will forget that he went from according to him, almost mansion to something like this. So he wants to leave this kind of conversation, in the air, so that when he finally does his apartment reveal, people will not be so keen. But he doesn't understand. Not everybody is dim-witted like you. Not be everybody they dim-witted. A lot of people can walk and chew gum at the same time. This is even a non-issue. People have tackled more complicated situations, let alone this rubbish over here. Okay? So, yeah. Anyways. So this is a loser. This is a man that knows that he has lost. Okay? If there was a prize to be won at the end of this is a man who knows he has lost the plot. Like he has lost the race, lost the game, lost everything. That's what you see here. He has lost everything.
But it doesn't stop her from going to the internet and profiteering off of it and basically just using it for public sympathy to collect money, stars, and there's nothing I can do about it. Freedom of speech in this country trumps almost all courts, laws, court orders, everything else. So let's get started on why I'm not going to take her to court. At the end of the day,
you can't take her. Let me tell you why. You can't take her to court because you don't have a chance in hell. That's the reason why. But you can lie though. You can lie to your minions. You can tell them again, you can lie to your minions and tell them again. I see some of his people here. They are really crying in my comment section. Hey, yeah, Jocelyn Maduro Flores. You will cry blood though. You go tire because me. Hey, I mean your cult leader this time around. Let me tell you, So let me do you the solid and explain why. Why? Because you don't have a chance in hell. Because you don't have a case. That's why. Imagine him even comparing himself to Trump. Shebi, you guys have now seen that those ones that are still slow, they have now seen that he's a Trumper, right? Shebi, those of you that are now slow, Shebi, you guys have now seen that he's a Trumper. So, yeah, those of you that are, I know that a lot of his gullible minions don't care. A lot of them don't know their left from their right. They're just happy that this fake, unfortunate person is even giving them the time of day. So he knows that he does not stand a chance in hell. That's the reason why he can't win. But you can always lie though. You can always create another, I'm sure the buy me a coffee link is still there. You can always create another buy me a coffee link if you don't already have it there. And then you can tell them to buy you a coffee so that you can take her to court again. You tried it last time, even though you have always known that you didn't have a chance in hell. Even though you always knew that when it came down to the two of you, there is no way that you can ever win the case. No way. And you always knew this, but you were lying and misleading and deceiving all these people. So there you go.
Matter. There's absolutely nothing. I've tried everything. I've spent $250,000 trying to get her to shut up.
$250,000. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't blame you. Me, I don't blame you. Oh my god. $250,000 he said he spent. Hey, you. man. Yeah, God. My God. God forbid. This is why, yeah. This is why I will always come out here and expose this clown. This is why. Because my sisters need to know that there are people like him out there who are pathological liars. They exist to lie. Like they don't have anything of their own and they lie. Lie. Every word that comes out of their mouth is a lie. That's the reason why I will forever come here and debunk whatever nonsense this clown pushed out. A quarter, this one, he a $250,000. Oh my gosh. This is too much, man. This is too sound. Can you imagine the nonsense? This one, as you reach so, $250,000, you have $250,000, and you were fighting for $50,000 equalization money. What a life. What a life. Be very, 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 very careful. Be very, very careful, my sisters. There are so many of them like this. So many of them just waiting to take advantage of you. Making you, because you've already sworn off black men. Oh, black men did this to you and black men did that to you. You will never touch a black man again. You will jump from frying pan to fire. You will enter Oyinbo way, be serious one chance. Serious one chance. Oyinbo that will bastardize your life. That if you do not have the grace of God in you, they will destroy your life. Like what we are seeing here. The fact that this man will come, knowing what we know about him, having watched him for the past few years, for him to still have the audacity to come out here and talk about 25, even Cora will not tell you that she spent $250,000 in legal fees. Even Cora won't tell you that because it's not true. And she was the one that was fighting for her life. He was the one that was using the legal system, not paying for anything really. She was the one that was defending herself. But she would not even come out and tell you that she has spent anywhere close to that amount. But this one over here that we know does not have 2 red cents to rub together, will come and tell you that he spent $250,000 on legal fees. Somebody that will have the audacity, that will be audacious enough to come and tell you that there is nothing that person will not do. If you come out of such a relationship alive, it will be the grace of God, because God really had you. God really got you. God really had your back. For somebody, we know that he doesn't have 2 red cents to rub together. We know he doesn't work. He relies on social media. We have seen it with our eyes on social media by the life that she lives and by some of the nuggets that the kids will usually drop whenever they go to their mother's place. We have seen by the things that the people who have been close to him have said. People like Najiba, for example, and others. We have seen videos. We have seen videos that he didn't know he was being recorded. We have seen the way he lives. And somebody like that will come and tell you, after everything that we have seen, will still have the audacity to come out and tell you that he spent $250,000, $250,000. So just know that anybody who survives, anybody who is able to like wiggle themselves out of the shackles of somebody like this has the grace of God. Because this is pure evil. Evil at its purest. Evil at its purest.
And stop lying. And at the end of the day, I ended up in the exact same position as if I had done nothing. So, so why does it not matter? Well, we had about 6 months ago, I had evidence of all the court orders, all the lies, all the drastic stuff saying I sell my kids' photos to pedophiles, blah, blah, blah. I'm this terrible human being. And I presented all that evidence in court, including court orders showing that I tried to take our kids off social media. And what did the judge do? And granted, this included at that time six different instances of my child's genitalia being exposed online from negligence. And the judge's opinion on the matter was that all of that was hearsay.
We all saw the court documents. We all saw all of the evidence that he provided. You see this lie that he's saying now about how something about selling his children, whatever. Did anybody remember seeing any of that? We all saw the evidence that he provided. Evidence that were baseless. I'm not even a lawyer. I'm not a legal expert. But even I, through my layman's eyes, knew that rubbish, if you like, photocopy 1 billion sheets of papers, and submit it. You will only be wasting the court's time. That's all. Okay? And all the things that we saw that day, all the evidence that he supposedly provided, anybody who even has common sense will know that those evidence will not amount to anything. He was wasting time. We all saw it. And that's the reason why after he realized that we had access to those information, he started bragging, he started threatening that he was going to tell the court to like seal those information, like as if you are something special. When R. Kelly, when Diddy, when whatever, Jay-Z, when Jay-Z was accused the other time, when all of those people, anybody can have access to those documents and you think there's something special. His exceptionalism is what really, really grinds my gears. Thinking that he's different from everybody else. Thinking that, oh, he's above all else. But he doesn't even have the personality, the wit, the anything, the intelligence to even match up to boot what he's claiming.
So my daughter, everything she does and says on the internet is hearsay according to the law. And then those of you who don't know, they got frustrated because of the genitalia being exposed. It is not illegal to show your kids' genitalia online unless it's intentional. So, honestly, it's just at this point.
He's just talking trap. It's not illegal to show your... Like, he's just talking nonsense. Hey! Like, he's just talking crap.
Point, it's like, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just trying to live my life happy. I don't actually want full custody of my children. I want my kids to be raised by both their mother and their father. And, I've never actually tried to take the kids away.
He always piggybacks off of what his ex-wife says. We all know for a very long time that it was his ex-wife who kept saying that she didn't want she didn't want the children to have daddy issues, and so as a result of that, she wants him to be in their lives. He has been the one who has always asked for full custody. He has always been the one wanting to take them because it was financially beneficial, because having full custody of the kids meant that he can use that as an excuse to not get his lazy yash up and go get a job, okay, so that he can sit at home and be roughhousing with small girls and be monitoring his ex while his ex pays him child support, while he also monetizes them on social media, while he also is the financial benefactor of whatever modeling gig or anything that they do, that that becomes financially beneficial to them because they are underage. So he wants to just sit at home. She was the one who was always saying that she didn't want full custody because she didn't want the children to have the psychology. She didn't want the children to have daddy issues. So now he's jumping on this bandwagon. If you do not want full custody, why then would you file multiple ex partes for the immediate removal of the children? Why then, when you file, when you were when she filed for divorce finally, and you were counter suing, why then did you first ask for alimony, spousal support? Why then did you first ask for alimony, spousal support, and only when you were turned down you started asking for full custody and asking for started filing expertise and asking for full custody? Because you wanted a reason to just sit your lazy ass at home so that you can tell them, I'm just being a good dad. I want to raise my children by myself. I don't want to this and that and the other. I'm just trying to be a good dad. Thank you so much for the stars, guys. Thank you, Debbie and Richie. Thank you, T Button. Thank you, guys. So I don't want them. I want to raise them. That's why. Because even though when I was an elite chiropractor, let me cry a little bit. When I was an elite chiropractor, Paris Hilton and 25 other top Hollywood's big stars, A-list celebrities were my patient. And I also had like 5 billionaire friends. And I gave them all up because I wanted to be a good father. Mumu man. So I gave it all up because I wanted to be a good father to my children. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm a full-time dad, collecting child support from my ex and also monetizing them on social media, and also benefiting being in charge as the primary custodian of the kids. All of the money that they are making from modeling and whatever is coming to my account because I'm such a good father. So don't you dare try to shame me for putting my children first. Don't you dare try to shame me for thinking about my children, for protecting my children. Okay, shut up. I know you. I know your type. I know your type. I know your type. So if you cared so much about your children, if you really thought their mom was a bad person, why was spousal support the first thing that you filed? Why was spousal support the first thing that you filed? Why did you not file for full custody? Why was it only after you were denied spousal support that you decided to file for full custody and then proceeded to be filing your ex partes upon ex partes in a bid to get the children from their mother? You can fool your minions because those ones don't have two brain cells to rub together. You can fool them, but you cannot fool the rest of us. You can't. Okay? You can't fool the rest of us. Why was spousal support the first thing you filed for? Because you filed for what is most important to you. If you really thought she was a bad person, she was an unfit mother and all this other bullshit, why did you not first file for full custody of the kids? But instead you filed for spousal support. When you were turned down for spousal support was when you then filed, because that spousal support was your first option to collect money from her, claiming that you have mental issues and you have this and you have the other one. It all happened in our present too. It all happened. And this is the reason why this man, no matter what he does, no matter what he tries, no matter the lies, no matter what business adventure he tries to put himself into, he will never ever succeed because he's so inauthentic. Like he's so inauthentic, he's so fake. And people can see him, actual people, not the gullible minions that he has surrounded himself with. Like people who have the brain cells to like calculate, to analytical skills, they can actually see that this person is full of caca. They can actually see it. They can actually see that he's an empty shell, just lying and pretending to be something that he's not.
From them, I just try to get the inappropriate behavior taken offline. I wish her well. I've said this many times. I wish her well. I just want to stop being harassed for things that I've never done.
Meanwhile, this man has a bunch of women who actually he was talking to, okay, on a daily basis. They were plotting, they were planning things, they were doing all types of things against his ex, the mother of his children. They had various WhatsApp group that they all belonged in. Okay, there was one who took so much pride in being Awolaya. She took so much pride in being the first person that he spoke to in the morning and the last person that he spoke to at night. She took so much pride. She will come and convey information. Oh, don't worry, doctor, it's okay. Doctor, told you guys not to worry. June and Athena are okay. I just spoke to them. I'm the first person he speaks to in the morning and the last person he speaks to at night. The children are fine. The children. He had different section of women in different groups, plotting, planning, colluding, conniving. He was even heard, he was even seen in an alleged leaked conversation between him and one of his cohorts, telling them that either she goes to prison, either his ex-wife Kale goes to prison or goes to jail, either one goes to prison or 6 feet under. Either one was fine by him. That does not strike me as somebody who's trying to move on. They were all planning. They hired, what is it called? Private dictators to be digging up things about the woman. That's not somebody who wants to move on. And then they were giving him progress reports. Every time they will send him progress report of what they have found, what they have allegedly found in their so-called private investigators investigation. All this he participated in with the gang of women that he aligned himself with. So all this rubbish talk about I have wanted to do this and that, I wish I well. Why do you say you wish somebody well? Are you saying it now? But behind the scenes, You are saying that it's either she goes to prison or she goes 6 feet under. Either one is fine. Either one is fine by you.
And why are we here? Why am I talking about this? I don't want to talk about this. I'd rather be making online clinical education videos. But
Then why aren't you making online clinical educational videos? Why aren't you? Because those ones don't get as much views. Those ones are not going to be financially beneficial for you. Why aren't you? And that is the greed. That is the greed in all of this. If this man had just moved on and then just built his platform with new audience, he may not make the same amount of money that his ex-wife was making and using to support his lifestyle. He may not make it, but at least he'll be doing a dignified job. He'll be creating content online that aligns with his so-called career. But when you're so thirsty for relevance that the views that you get from doing your quote unquote educational content is just not enough, that is why and how you are going to keep the drama between you and your ex going, because that's the only thing that brings you true relevance. But if this man had just moved on after the whole divorce finalization and she paid him the equalization money, if this man had just moved on, yeah, none of this will even be happening. If this man had just moved on, his life would be different today. He would have been known as a chiropractor, centering his content around chiropractic skills and whatever. But no, he wasn't satisfied with what doing his so-called chiropractic videos were going to bring for him. He kept poking and poking and poking, keeping the drama going, because that's the only way that he can stay relevant in the space that he actually wants to. And not necessarily because he liked the space of Black women as a majority of his audience. No, because he can use them, because he can manipulate them, he can take advantage of them. They are only relevant to him to use because also they worship him, they fawn on him, they think he's the best thing since sliced bread, which is so confusing to me. I'm like, how? How is this the person that you guys are worshiping? But yeah, and he knows that if he goes into the space of his own community, he is below average. Nobody cares. He doesn't have the intelligence, he doesn't have the wit, he doesn't have the personality to survive in that space. He doesn't have the personality he doesn't have the sense, he doesn't have the intelligence to survive in his own space. And that's the reason why he continues to gravitate towards a Black audience, the majority Black audience, because those are the ones gullible enough to give him the time of day. And he uses them. And he uses them, and he doesn't care one bit about them. Like nobody, you guys are going to see this is going to be something that continues, because no, he will always be like he will always be what's the word I'm looking for? It will always be at the mercy of Black women, because only let me just keep my mouth shut, because nobody in his community will touch him with a 10-foot pole. They can smell him from a mile away. They see him, they know people like him. They won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. So he will always be at the mercy of Black women, and he resents that, but there's nothing he can do about it because they are the only ones giving him relevance. But he will keep resenting Black women though. He will not miss an opportunity to shame them, to insult them, to say all kinds of things to them, all kinds of derogatory things to them.
But this stuff just never stops. It's a daily thing. Like, she just posted something online saying she was kicked out into the streets 4 days or whatever after the birth of our second child. I left her after the birth of our child because she told me she did not think the child was mine. So and many of you guys that know the history, we have about 150,000 people watching me.
This man is a liar. I have never, and then correct me if I'm wrong, because I stand to be corrected, but I have never heard Cora say that. I have never heard Cora even admit to that. The only thing that Cora has admitted to is that she did say she wished she never had June for him. That's what she has admitted to, which makes perfect sense. When you realize that you just married and had a child, procreated with a loser, like, I don't know any woman that will not sit down and think about it, even if you don't say it out. It takes actually a brave person to look in the eye and say, I wish I never had a first daughter with you. But this man has tried so many times to spin this to make it seem like she said she wished she never had their daughter. That's not what she said. She said she wished she never had it with you. She never had her with you, which is a completely different situation. And then in response, he said, then it wouldn't be June. But he is always just spinning different lies and different. Now he's saying that Cora told him that the child is not his. Like, sick. He's sick. This is why I always say, I will continue to say this, so I will continue to say this. Please, my sisters, not be all Oyinbo, be Oyinbo. Sometimes you mess with the wrong Oyinbo, and it'll take the grace of God. You'll be lucky to come out alive. When you mess with some Oyinbo, like this one over here. I've been saying it. There is a reason why he doesn't go to his Oyinbo women. Because they smell him. Okay? Both literally and figuratively. They smell him from a mile away. And they won't touch him with a 10-foot pole.
Right there in the pool with all the poop and everything else, delivering a child with all these people watching that I didn't know if it was mine, from the words of her own mouth. So after she was born and it was determined that she definitely was mine, I had to leave, because you just can't deal with that level of betrayal as a man, especially somebody that immigrated her here, somebody that invested every resource, paid every bill, and dedicated really my life to her success, to building her up. And so I moved to LA, a city that I hated from the moment I got there and didn't like it. I moved to LA for her dream. So, it's like, this is just profiteering this person. I was silent for 2 years in the harassment.
Liar. Silent for 2 years. First of all, you were not silent for 2 years. You were always, every 4 market days, every 4 AK days, you were on social media dragging this woman. And number 2, not only were you on social media dragging this woman, you were also behind the scenes, pulling all kinds of strings, aligning yourself with a bunch of evil people to take her down. Yeah, a lot of them have come out to expose you and all of your doings and your antics.
Got worse and worse and worse. And it's just like, when's this going to stop? It's not good for the kids. It's not good for anybody. Should I just be quiet? In some respects, yes. In some respects, no. This is my reputation. This is like extremely damaging to my livelihood, my career, my mental health, my spiritual health, and it's just not fair to be lying. And
Kylie says that talk of poop is very derogatory. He intentionally threw that in there. He never misses an opportunity to malign her. He never, okay? He never, like this whole video, he could have done it and he could have left that out in the draft because as you can see, he's clearly reading. He could have left that out in the draft, but he included it because he never misses an opportunity to malign her. Everybody knows that women sometimes poop when they are giving birth. It is something that happens quite a bit, happens a lot. It's something that you probably won't see it in the movies when they are doing movies about women giving birth or whatever. But this is something that happens quite a bit. Okay? Heck, the labor pain even resembles in some point at some point resembles like you're having a BM. How many women have said that they had a baby in the toilet thinking that they needed to go and it happens in the delivery home, in the delivery hospital, everywhere. This is something that happens. But that's the kind of person that he is. The bottom of the barrel. The most despicable, the most deplorable. So he has to bring that one up. He has to say something like that to malign her name. He has to say something derogatory. Like, I don't know what he thought he was doing with this. I don't know. What did he think he was going to gain from talking about the fact that the poop in the back? Like, this is something that is very, very normal. Like you're pushing a baby out. Something can come out from behind. Completely normal. But trust him to make this as derogatory as possible. Laura Lee Welcome says, the doctor says push from your bottom. Yeah, because they expected. This is not even something that you should even be. This is as normal as childbirth. Because it's a normal thing that happens during childbirth. My God, Cora married her enemy. Like the worst thing that could have happened to Cora is this man, honestly. Honestly, the worst thing that can happen to any woman is this one over here, this perpetual liar over here. Hey, the worst thing to happen to a woman is to marry an evil like this perpetual liar over here.
intentionally on a daily basis creating a smear campaign and an entire industry against hate against a man that is the father of your children and the person that is responsible for your success. Yeah, she had to put in the hard work.
Responsible for your success, yet all of these thirsty ass pick-me's that you have paraded over the course of 3 years, not one of them have you been able to replicate the success. Not one of them. And they never miss an opportunity to tell us or show us that they can single. They never miss an opportunity to show us that, yeah, they got it like that, but not one of these women, these unfortunate skin folks that you have paraded, have you been able to improve their lives and their career? They are all regretting why, I'm sure they are somewhere regretting why they will even align themselves with somebody like you. Yeah, right.
But I was there every day helping her, filming, editing. I immigrated her here.
Oh, because you saw it, the next African Beyonce that was going to be your retirement plan now. African Beyonce that was going to ensure that you never got your lazy nyash up from your couch and get an actual job, a real job again. Of course, you immigrated out here. Oh my God! Of course, you immigrated out here. You saw your retirement plan. You saw somebody that was going to be your breadwinner. Then you never have to work again. You will just sit down. The money will just be rolling in, and you'll be doing God knows what with her money. Monkey they walk, baboon they chop. Now. Now. Retirement plan, noni. You be think say your life don't make. Oh no, say what? You be think say your life don't make. You be think say your life has been made. Your life has been made. Oh my gosh. This African Beyonce that is just going to be making the money, and I'm just going to be chopping the money. And then I don't have to work again. Lazy bum. Go and get a job like the rest of us. Go and get a job. Get your lazy nyash off the couch. Go and get a job. Shame. You own too much. Shameless man.
Like, over and over again, she is making millions of dollars off of selling a story that is just simply not true. She did not get kicked out into the streets after the birth of our second child. I left and went and stayed with my friend as she stayed in our $8,500 a month beachfront apartment that I was paying for.
No, you were not. She was paying for it. What were you doing to pay for? Oh my gosh.
Like, it's ridiculous. The lies are so easily disproven, and the only people that are actively spreading the lies are people that hate me because of the color of my skin or my gender.
Oh, you are a victim of racism. So you're a victim of racism. Oh, come on, guys. We have over 200 people watching me, and we are currently at 137 likes and love. That is unacceptable. Come on. I'm here screaming out my lungs and entertaining you guys because, like, seriously, that's really what we can do with this loser over here. But you guys, you have to do better than this. Come on. That's just unacceptable. Seriously. You have to give me my likes and love. Oh my gosh. So a guy is now the victim of racism. The person whose the system was created to protect is crying about racism. Oh my gosh. You think you've seen everything. Honestly, you think sometimes when you see something, you'll be like, I mean, you can't get any crazier than this. But this man will just manage to outdo himself from the last time. It's amazing. It is. If only he would just channel that nonsense energy into actually improving himself and being a better person and being a contributing member of the society. He's like, he wouldn't have to be eyeing his ex-wife's money till tomorrow. Even after the divorce has been finalized, everything has been finalized, it's time to move on. If he would just channel whatever it is that he thinks he has on just self-improvement, doing things that are going to be beneficial to him, he won't be in this predicament. But look at this one, Oyinbo crying about racism. Hey, like, listen, nothing Musa no go see for gates, let me tell you. Nothing way Musa no go see for gates. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh my god! Oh my god! This is too funny. Now what? May Justin D never, oh, to all you good people out there, may Justin D never happen to you. Hmm.
That's all this is. So like at the end of the day, I'm not taking her to court. She's just going to continue.
Because you don't have a leg to stand on legally. You don't. You don't have a leg. And you knew that you didn't have a leg to stand on. You knew that you were the one violating court order. You knew. You knew you were the one that was going against the court order. Yet you came out crying and asking people to buy you coffees because you wanted to take her to court. Even though you knew you didn't have a leg to stand on legally. So what's stopping you now? Because they don't know you. They don't know you, right? Mm.
To do this forever because it is her brand. Her brand is centered around me. So, like, it's like I'm coming to a place of acceptance that just like my entire life is going to be revolved around her lies.
That is your new strategy to keep her name in your mouth. Saying that you've come into terms with the fact that your entire life is going to be revolved around her is your new strategy to keep her name in your mouth. Of course, both of your lives are going to be revolved around each other. You have children together. It's a matter of co-parenting in peace. It's a matter of finding common ground and doing what needs to be done on behalf of the children. But you saying this, it's very obvious that you're setting the record straight on what you want to do, on your plan to continue to use her to get to remain to gain relevance and keep relevance. And whenever the relevance is dying off, you'll come out and cry bloody murder again. It's so obvious what you're doing. It's like it is so obvious. Because again, it all boils down to your inability to like stand on your own 2 feet. It all boils down to your unwillingness to set your own path. Just because you guys were married, just because you guys have kids together, does not mean that your path has to be the same. You have a career, she has a career, at least you have, allegedly, you have. Allegedly, you have a career. Oh my God. So you can actually focus on whatever career you claim to have and build on that. But no, there is not enough reward, like immediate reward. It's people who are actually doing chiropractic content on social media don't get immediate reward. They have to work. They have to build their reputation. They have to establish themselves before they start reaping the reward. That's how it is. But you clearly do not, you don't want to put in the work. You just want to reap where she has sown. And that's not life. You can't reap where somebody else has sown. You can't. And you're not even doing it in the right way. It's not as if you are, positively trying to like piggyback off of her. Like you're trying to destroy her while trying to reap off of her name and off of the things that she has sown by herself. And you think it's going to end up well for you? Sheesh. Sheesh. It's not going to end up well for you. It will not. That's a Nigerian girl, daughter of the Nigerian soil, graced. Okay? Can't come and try and reap where you did not sow. Oh my God. Ah! If she gives you, she gives you. She doesn't give you, you take on your by force or by maligning her name and by slandering her name. You will end up exactly where you are today, where you are currently right now. Where you currently are right now. That's where you're going to end up in. because you're trying to destroy somebody's name to build your own, and you think that's going to work out well for you. No, karma has everybody's address. Karma will find you. That's the reason why you downsize to the point where shame did not even let you tell the people if you're getting a 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom or a studio. If you even have a place. I don't even think this man has a place yet, guys. I don't even think he has a place yet. That's the reason why he's lying about how he's going on some type of business trip so that his ex-wife can keep them for a long period of time. Because if you have a place, you don't throw in 90% of what you had in your previous apartment. I don't even think, like I'm thinking about it now, I don't even think he has a place. I think that he's just going to one of his special friends' place to chill. Oh my God. He's just going to one of his special friends' place to chill while pretending as if he's out for some type of work trip or whatever, you know, telling the woman to keep them until he comes back. Because this whole thing is just not adding. I don't even think he can afford a hotel to live in. I don't think he's living in a hotel. He's probably living with somebody. He's living with quote unquote special friend. That could be it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is so funny. I love them so much. Come on, guys. We have over 200 people here. We can get it to 200 likes and love. We can get it everywhere. Anywhere near a high school, a highway is possible. Yep. Any town, USA. So all of these just seem so wildly suspicious to me. So suspicious to me. All of a sudden, he's on a work trip. Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
And it's really a tough pill to swallow. And it's really affected my mental health. It's really affected my like trust and belief in people. And like it's sad. It's honestly sad. Because my kids are gonna grow up watching this stuff.
Oh, they won't grow up watching you calling their mother, see you next Tuesday, among other things that they have seen and witnessed you call her. Okay, whether directly physically or while you're talking about her on the phone with somebody else. No, they won't see any of that. They will only see what she has said, which she didn't lie about. They will only see her own. They won't see all the things that you have said about her. Yeah. Victim. Perpetual victim.
And how is it going to affect them? But it just never stops. So, honestly, I'm in another portion of the country because I just needed to get away from LA for a bit. Considering some.
Oh, so you just needed to get away from LA. Didn't he say he was going for a job? Didn't he say he was going for a job and now he just needed to get away from LA for a little bit? I've already told you guys, this man does not even have a place. This man lied that he's going on a work trip so that he can have her keep them and then he can go and be staying at one of his special friends' place until he's able to sort out his accommodation. That's what I believe. Do I have any proof to this? But no. But I am very, 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 very smart. I'm very intuitive. So yeah. Okay. Because how are you saying you went for a walk? Like he literally said he went for a walk event. He even showed that bogus stock video claiming after work, whatever. And now he's saying he needed to go out of LA for a little bit. This is why I say people that are dishonest, just let them talk. Just let them keep talking, because eventually they will use their own mouth to expose themselves. Dishonest people, they can't help themselves. We're gonna hear, okay, because this whole thing now, just listening to the way that he's talking, I am leaning towards this man not even having a place at all. I am leaning towards this man going to one of his special friends' place, quote unquote special friend, and hanging out there, lying that he's going for some kind of work event, just so that he can figure out his next accommodation. That's what I believe. I don't have any proof to this, of course, but it is just based on what he's saying that is just not making sense to me.
Different business ventures, trying to reestablish some sort of control of my own destiny in life. And I'm really like, honestly, I'm really just like, why? What did I do in this life to deserve this? What did I do in a previous life to deserve this? Like, it's...
Oh, victim, perpetual victim strikes again. What did I do? What did I do? I did not bring this all on myself. I did not come out to like accuse my wife of cheating on me. I did not do any of those things. I did not accuse her of a Pucci being named after a bar. I did not do any of those things. I'm such a victim. I'm such an innocent in the situation. She just coming for me for no reason. You can go on and just cry me a river. Cry me a river.
really like, it's really crazy. So those of you guys that hate me, fed up with me, hey, as I'm a human being, I have a right to defend the truth. And the truth is as plain as you can see. Go back on her page, look back in March 10th of March 10th of 2022, and look where all her live videos were filmed.
Really? Really? You're talking about a woman who said nothing to you. She said nothing to you while you were maligning her name, while you were slandering her name. She said nothing. People were dragging her, believing everything that you were saying. Everything, the fact that there are still a lot of people who believe you over her is because of her decision not to defend herself against you when you started accusing her of things. The fact that there are still people who from the very beginning were asking why her to speak out, and she didn't speak, and as a result they took that as an admission of guilt. So if you're telling people to go back to March 10th 2022, where do they go back to check for what you said, for the way that you destroyed her name? Where does that start? Beware of evil. Beware of evil. Oh shoot, sorry, I just moved this back way too far. Shoot.
Why? What did I do in this life to deserve this? What did I do in a previous life to deserve this? Like, it's
where is that crying man? I need that crying man meme. I need to find that crying man gif. Crying man gif. Where are you? Because it needs that crying black man. That gif.
really like, it's really crazy. So those of you guys that hate me, fed up with me, hey, as I'm a human being, I have a right to defend the truth. And the truth is as plain as you can see. Go back on her page, look back in March 10th of March 10th of 2022, and look where all her live videos were filmed. They were filmed at our apartment that I was paying for, and while I was staying at my friend's house. I did not kick her out into the street. I just no longer wanted to be with her, so I went to my friend's house. I did that for my daughters. Kids, when they grow up, they're going to get in relationships that mirror their parents. And I didn't want my parents to be raised in a toxic living environment. Simple as that.
You didn't want your parents or your kids. Well, yeah. You've already done enough damage. So, yeah. You can use your kids as an excuse, as a reason why you decided to leave, but the rest of us know that you wanted control of her money. Okay. Hold on, I found the video. I know. Okay. Found the video. Okay.
So, I really I want to move on with my life, but it's just like I'm getting like.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Calls and text messages and messages over and over and over again of like, she said this, or why don't you do anything? Complaining about how she treats the kids. Honestly, guys, I hear your complaints. There's nothing I can do about it. The courts don't care. My lawyer literally told me, she's a black woman in California. You are white. Until one of those kids die or get seriously injured, nobody will care what she does. This is a that I have to wait till one of my kids die or become seriously injured before anyone in the legal.
Like, you are such a liar. You are such a bullshitter. All this means nothing to me, and that's the reason why I'm doing this GIF, because this is all I feel when I hear you on this ridiculous rant. A lawyer said me this, a lawyer said me this. Because everything that you have said, even in this video alone, has been nothing but lies. Nothing but lies. From your claims to what the judge said to this and that. So I'm supposed to believe that the lawyer told you that, hey, yeah, the lawyer took your money. Even the lawyer knew that you didn't stand a chance in hell. But the lawyer will never say no. Never say never. Lawyer will say, sure, I can help you. Pay me a retainer, and then I can help you. And as soon as the lawyer pays you, as soon as you pays the lawyer a retainer, the lawyer start telling you, well, gaslighting you and whatever. So yeah, congratulations. Yeah, the lawyer told you that you will never stand a chance in the state of California.
System will give a shit. So,
oh my God. Hey God, I beg truth, they pay me. Horsey.
Guys, please stop messaging me.
He wants you to stop messaging him because he knows he doesn't stand a chance in hell. He can come out on social media and spin whatever narrative that he wants to spin and tell you whatever it is that he thinks is going to get you guys all riled up so that you can go and attack his ex-wife. But he himself, he knows exactly what the deal is. He knows he doesn't have a chance in hell. He knows he's been lying to you guys. He knows he's been giving you guys false information just so that he can gain sympathy, views, and money from you guys. And now that maybe the money is not money like it was money at the beginning, now he doesn't need you guys sending him anything again because he doesn't plan on acting because he doesn't have a leg to stand on. That's all there is to it.
About things that you're upset with that my ex-wife is doing. I can do nothing.
Yeah, true.
Nobody in California cares. It's a very liberal state. It's very like it's liberal as hell, man. Nobody cares. I care, but I can do nothing. Yeah, so nothing is going to be done. Just nothing's going to be done. Like, I can go and spend more money in court, and I've spent my life savings. I've spent my life savings.
Allegedly, your imaginary life savings. Imaginary life savings for where you had life savings and you were sleeping in a, you had life savings and you were sleeping in a where? When did you make the life savings? When you had life savings and you were sleeping in a, where was he sleeping when he first came to America? Where was he sleeping? In a shelter, in a drug-riddled shelter. Yeah, right. You had life savings and your wife is paying for the delivery and you guys are opting to do home birth because you didn't want to have any surprise medical bills. Yeah, right. Beg.
Trying to get the behavior to stop. Not take the kids away from her, just stop so that the kids can be raised.
Not take the kids away from her. So those ex-partes that you filed were just like, yeah, okay, sure.
In a happy, healthy environment. And I failed. And I continue to fail. And I will continue to fail if I go to court. There is no solution. There is no solution. All I have to do is just come to a place of acceptance that this is how my kids are going to be raised. So guys, there's just nothing I can do. You guys see my daughter's vagina on the internet? Nothing I can do. You see her doing inappropriate stuff? Nothing. All I can do is wish her well. I want her to succeed because the better she does, it's better for the kids. I wish nothing but happiness, fulfillment, and financial prosperity for her. The only thing I really request is to stop being lied about, stop being harassed, but that's just not going to happen. Makes her money. Okay, so those of you guys that are constantly messaging me, letting me know what's going on, letting me know what's said about me, it's not helping me. It's not helping my mental health. It's not helping because I cannot do anything. I'm in prison. I'm literally in prison to the system, and the system does not care.
Call Trump.
Okay? The system does not care about my kids.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
So I can do nothing. Whoever's calling me, stop calling me.
Mm.
So
Because he doesn't want to, because he's tired, because he doesn't want to be accountable to you guys anymore. And he knows that he cannot even lie to you guys anymore about him trying to get a lawyer and the lawyer needing X, Y, and Z amount of money. So yeah, he knows that scam had already failed. That's the reason why he's telling them now to stop contacting him and telling him about something that is even non-existent.
Guys, I can't do anything.
Mm.
Many of you guys are getting upset with me because it looks like I'm doing nothing.
Mm.
I can't do anything.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
I go to court, we'll be in the same position, nothing will be done.
Mm.
Okay?
Mm.
I've spent $250,000.
Can you imagine? Show me evidence. $250,000, show me evidence. Liar, liar, pants of fire. Show me evidence of your $250,000. Imaginary monopoly money. Maybe he's talking about monopoly money. Oh. Maybe he's talking about monopoly $250,000.
Get this behavior to stop. And I've got nowhere.
Mm.
In fact, I've got punished for it.
Mm.
And someday I will maybe go into exactly the details of that process because it's crazy. But guys, a judge said every single thing she ever said about me or did on social media is hearsay. The system is protecting her. I can do nothing. I am in prison. To the system. California has failed my
poor white man. Poor white man.
Okay? So, I'm...
Yeah. Cathy Scott says, always spending $250,000 and always silent for 2 years. Everything is $250,000. He spent $250,000 acquiring education. Everything. It's always $250,000. What a life.
I'm just trying to move on with my life and accept my prison sentence, essentially, which is not being able to do anything. Okay? I can't do anything.
There is nothing to do because you are lying, because you are rigging the system. The court finally saw you for what you were. You know, someone who takes advantage, who uses the system to bully somebody that you want to bully. And the court finally said enough is enough. And now you're crying because you can no longer get your wish.
So I'm just going to continue to make the best clinical content I can.
Clinical content? I'm still waiting to see which one, because I don't know what clinical content. I'm waiting for him to actually tell me, show me what that is.
Educate people and help people. I'll continue to make content with my kids.
How nice.
Because
that's ultimately your goal, to monetize them. That's all your goals.
Why not? If I'm going to do it, I'm going to show it how to do it with class.
By beating them to a pulp, by smashing their head, by roughhousing with them. That's how you do it with class, eh? Okay, what kind of class is that? I'm interested to know.
And that's all I can control.
You want to milk them with class. I mean, that's something I've never seen. So yeah, I guess I'm interested to see how you milk your children, how you exploit your children with class. That's something I have never seen before. That'll be a good one. I will for sure tune in for that.
And I see all these toxic women in here.
They are dragging him, I think. I think they are dragging him.
Just spewing nonsense. Okay.
Yeah, because they have a lot of them have been here and they have seen you. In addition to their own common sense, they can actually see who's the instigator, who's the aggressor, and who's the victim or survivor between the two of you. Yeah.
So, guys, I can't do anything.
Somebody says that comment section was lit.
So, guys, please stop messaging me.
Yeah, stop messaging me unless you want to give me coffee and stars. That's the only time you can message me. Don't tell me because I know the truth. Okay, this is me saying the quiet part out. I know the truth. I know I do not have a leg to stand on. I know that the law is on her side. I know she hasn't done anything to violate anything. I know I'm just money hungry. I know I'm just trying to like milk her and continue to push her because my relevance is from now until forever intertwined with her. So I know all of this. And I know that those lawsuits that I filed were all frivolous lawsuits. They were not based in any kind of reality. And the judge saw through the bullshit. And the judge said, don't do this one more time or you will be held in contempt. Okay. So yeah, don't ask me again, guys. Don't tell me anything about what is going on over there again, guys. I'm saying things for myself because I'm actually stalking her, I'm stalking her. Whenever she goes live, I am there with fake accounts, monitoring everything, seeing everything. So I know, guys. Don't tell me what she's doing because I know. And I also know that you guys are always coming here to embellish, to lie, and claim that she's doing something that she's not necessarily doing because you guys want me to be all riled up. I watch her, I stalk her, I'm a stalker. I'm a stalker, I stalk her. Oh my gosh.
Like telling me about complaint after this. Athena almost burnt her hand on the stove. Athena's ass was exposed. Athena this, Athena that. You guys have to wait until one of them die, or.
So this is what you're wishing for your own children. Tell me what father that loves their children will even say something like this. You guys have to wait till one of them dies. Jesus, that's some cold ass ish. So they should damn. That's what this man said out of his mouth. That they should wait until. Tell me what loving father does the work. Tell me what loving father said this. This is his own wishful thinking. This is his own wishful thinking because he now realizes that he's tired. He's not monetizing them. He's not making money from them. So he doesn't need them. Okay. And this is me just theorizing. Okay. So my theory is this. He realizes that he cannot monetize them. He cannot really do anything. There's only so much he can do in the way of monetizing, and people will start pointing him out for being a hypocrite. At this point, they're no good to him if he cannot use them. And so he's now publicly saying out what he wishes to see happen. Because I don't care how frustrated you are with the mother of your own children, for you to actually even verbalize such a thing that you guys are going to have to wait until one of them dies. That right there is wishful thinking. That right there is wishful thinking. Wishing that your children die. That just tells you. Because that's the only option left now. He cannot go back to court because the court will hold him in contempt. Okay? Because he's basically using the court system to bully his ex. He can't go back to court again, and he cannot really monetize them the way that he will want to. That's something. And now because it doesn't, because they are only good for the purpose of monetization. If they are doing 50-50 and he's not able to monetize them, what good are they to him? So he's wishing that one of them dies, so that everything, he believes that that will solve his problem, because he cannot walk away. He cannot just say, oh, he doesn't want them anymore, because then he'll be saddled with 50%. And the really, really slow ones in the comments, in his supporters group, will eventually catch on that, oh, what kind of a father gives up full custody of his children? And that will also mean him having to pay child support, and that will be a burden that he doesn't want to bear. And so wishing for bad things to happen to them gives him ultimately everything that he wants. Like, that is so messed up, for a father to even open his mouth to say something like this. A father who has, swam inside the Nigerian culture and Black culture, and understands the power of life and death being in the tongue, to say something like that. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm.
One of them is seriously injured before anybody cares. Nobody cares. So guys, I can't do anything. So guys, please stop messaging me, like telling me about complaint after this. Athena almost burnt her hand on the stove. Athena's ass was exposed. Athena this, Athena that. You guys have to wait until one of them die, or one of them is seriously injured before anybody cares. Nobody cares.
What a father. What an evil, wicked son of a bitch. What an evil, wicked son of a bitch, to say something like that out of your awful, disgusting, crooked mouth and teeth. What an evil, wicked son of a gun. All because you cannot monetize them. All because you cannot monetize them. All because you cannot use them to make money, because you're too lazy to make money for yourself. You're wishing ill on your own flesh and blood. And then talking about how, somebody was exposed. Where was one of them not exposed under him during Tasha's era? Was one of them not exposed under him during Tasha's era, when he had a pile of clothes that he allegedly washed? Was one of them not exposed?
I care, but you guys care, but nobody in the court system, nobody in the legal system here cares at all. Okay? So just move on, support who you want to support. There's absolutely nothing I can do. I've tried everything. Not to do anything else, but to...
There was nothing wrong. That's the reason why the court sent you away, because they figured you are crazy, you're desperate for money. They saw you, and they saw somebody who's just hungry for money, hungry for a payday. They saw somebody who was willing to use the children as a weapon against their mother. They saw that the mother was the breadwinner, and you wanted to milk whatever you can milk using the children. The court system saw you, and they rejected you, okay? And they objected to your wickedness. And now you are mad because the court system didn't give you what you want. Court system will not be used as a bullying tool for you.
Stop the inappropriate behavior in front of minors. I can do nothing. I'm trying to just live my life. I'm trying to rebuild my mental health, spiritual health, physical health. be the best version that I can.
You just talk a lot of bullshit. These are just words, meaningless words that you picked up from God knows where. Meaningless. You are shallow. You are vapid. You are empty.
Of myself for my daughters, because that's all I have control over. Okay? The only reason why I'm talking about this online at all is because all of you guys are following it, and everyone's so obsessed with like this stuff, and it's just like there's nothing I can do about any of this stuff. There's just really not. So yeah. There's such a thing as endangering the welfare of a child? Not in California. They don't care. That's what I'm saying. In the state of California, none of this is
You are a liar. You are a bloody liar. Only the gullible fools will believe the rubbish that comes out of your mouth. Oyimbos of our head. Oyimbos of our head. Only the gullible fools will believe the rubbish that is coming out of your mouth.
all this is considered hearsay. They do not care about children in California. They don't. So guys, just I'm trying to move on with my life, but all these messages, all these people texting me, emailing me, getting angry, be like, do something, do something. I can do nothing at all. And the fact that
you're just moaning and groaning and crying because you didn't get your wish, because the court system did not let you use it as a bullying tool, as a weapon against this woman who came to America and is a contributing member of the society.
There are always like people supporting me are harassing me because they perceive that I'm not doing anything, and people that don't support me are harassing me because of lies. It's just like harassment all day long. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm just trying to enjoy my life. I'm trying to be the best version of myself for my kids. Everything I do is for them. I'm here where I'm at now for them. Okay? So like, stop. Guys, if somebody's saying he's just on here trying to get money. If I was trying to get money, I would narrate how she was running down the street and went to the psych ward. Okay? I never told that story. I won't elaborate on it now. I could be on here all day long, every day, talking about this and exposing truth and stuff like that. But I haven't done it. In fact, I was silent for 2 years as she was harassing me, encouraging people to go destroy my business. And yet I was still silent. I've had 3 restraining orders on her. 3. She's violated those restraining orders all day long. I'm just trying to live my life.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to enjoy my life. I'm trying to be the best version of myself for my kids.
Enjoy your life. How?
I'm here where
by stringing along a bunch of useless, brainless sisters who don't know their left from their right, that you use and dump. That's how you're living your life. That's why your life is so miserable. After 3 years on social media, with all the support that you got from your agent of darkness, after 3 years, only for you to move back to something I'm sure even smaller than what you had before in terms of accommodation. After 3 years, perpetual victim, cry me a river.
That now for them. Okay? So like, stop. Guys, if somebody's saying he's just on here trying to get money. If I was trying to get money, I would narrate how she was running down the street and went to the psych ward. Okay? I never told that story. I won't elaborate on it now. I could be on here all day long, every day, talking about this. And
you've already talked a lot. You've already talked a lot, though. What have you not said? Nothing will be new news. You've already said everything. You've already maligned her name. You've already destroyed. You've already tried and failed to destroy her name. What have you not said? What have you not said?
and exposing truth and stuff like that. But I haven't done it. In fact, I was silent.
I agree, Julie. Julie said he's drowning. I agree. I see that.
2 years as she was harassing.
Nothing, exactly. Stacey said you said worse. Nothing is actually worse than saying a woman, especially for an African woman. And he knew, especially for a Nigerian woman, let me be specific. And he knew that that was definitely going to ruffle a few feathers. He knew that was going to definitely rile up her Nigerian community. Nothing in this life will ever be worse than saying a woman that was pregnant was cheating on her husband. Like, it is a taboo through and through. There is no coming back from that unless you are able to prove your innocence. And he knew this, and that was what he wanted to do. Based on the conversation that was leaked between him and Flora, their plan was to neutralize her support system. So, yeah.
Me, encouraging people to go destroy my business, and yet I was still silent. I've had 3 restraining orders on her. 3. She's violated those restraining orders multiple hundreds of times. The police will do nothing. In fact, the DA in LA says that restraining orders are not enforceable. And then I get in front of a judge. It's called hearsay. Nothing I can do. Okay? Nothing I can do.
Because you are a victim. Nothing you can do because you are a perpetual victim. Oh, perpetual victim, Dean. Oh, hey, cry me a river.
So I wish her the best. I always have. I've never been trying to take the kids from her. I've been trying to stop the inappropriate behavior and the lies. And I can't even stop that. So she's going to continue to do it.
Because you're a white man in America and the system is rigged against you. The system is rigged against you. All your life you have to fight as a white man. Excuse me, I can't help myself. I'm crying. All your life you have to fight as a white man because the system is so rigged against you. Goat.
She has my blessing. Harass me. It's how she makes money. So, you know, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I will just be I will just be harassed for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Oh.
As she racks in the millions from it.
Oh. And you go back into 1-bedroom apartment. I swear to God, if this man rents a studio, I will freaking rage. If this man rents a studio, I will rage. Oh my gosh. That would be a sad day for him, Sha. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
And at the end of the day, it's the kids that are suffering. I want it to stop for the sake of the kids, but it won't. It won't. There's become a culture, a cult.
Because you're so important. You and your joblessness, you're so vital. Oh my gosh, you're so relevant. They cannot do without you.
Around pitting the parents against each other. I'm like stop. I don't like stop. This is not a political.
He can't even say that. He can't even tell his minions to stop. Do you hear how he's struggling to even tell his minions to stop? Because he wants them to continue. Look at him with the nervous laugh. That's him not wanting them to stop. Like he's literally fighting it. He's literally fighting. He doesn't know how to tell them to stop. And he's laughing. Because he knows that all those things are for his benefit.
Around pitting the parents against each other. I'm like, stop. I don't like, stop. This is not a political election. I wish her the best. I want her.
He can't even say because he knows what he says to these same people via inbox and when he's communicating with them. He knows what he says to them. He knows what he says to them. So he's nervous. You see the nervous laugh? Because he cannot bring them to stop. I'm sure he's going to reach out to all the people that he actively speaks to via inbox and be like, you guys know I wasn't talking about you, right? You guys know I wasn't meaning you when I was telling you guys, saying stop. This got to stop. Continue. And then he will egg them on and join in the bullying and inbox conversations and stuff.
To be with the kids' lives because the kids need a mother and they need a father. And like that's it. Okay?
What a victim you are.
I see all these Nigerian women in the comments saying I'm a pussy, like I need a rest, that blah blah blah. Guys, if somebody punches you in the street and you punch them back, you are not the aggressor.
Really? You are the one that came out. You came out. You came out to anyways. You came out to accuse her of things. She's only defending herself. You came out. You will always be the aggressor. You will always be the aggressor.
Yourself. I am not punching people in the street. I am being punched. Therefore, I respond accordingly. And realistically, I'm on the ground getting kicked before I even get up and say, hey, stop it.
Hey, yo.
So, yeah, guys, like I'm coming out with this because I'm just like, hey, it's so mentally draining. Getting all these messages, people interrupting my workflow, and
what
workflow? Trying to actively like criticize me for not doing anything, criticize me for whatever. Like guys, like this is social media. This is like it's supposed to be about cats and making lovely, friendly content, not this stuff, guys. So there's nothing I can do about this stuff. Okay? So all I can do is try to be the best version of myself and raise my kids in the best moral, ethical way that I know how.
That's sad. That's sad. That's scary. Raise your kids in the best moral, ethical way, and anybody who's been paying attention know that you are lacking. You are seriously lacking in those two departments. So it's pathetic. It's sad that you're going to raise them in the best moral and ethical way that you know of, which is not saying a lot because we know you're very void of morals. Like you are morally bankrupt. Imagine somebody that is morally bankrupt saying that they are going to raise their children in a way that is moral and ethical. You can't give what you don't have. You have none of those things. So I guess it's gonna be a long, long, long winter. It's gonna be a long, sad winter.
So
Yeah. Bye, guys. Have another day, because again, it's the beginning of the month. The beginning of the month. All that pity party, the money, the views, it all have to come. The coffees and whatnot. Yeah. It's a really, really pathetic situation, but it is what it is. Very deceptive element. Very, very deceptive element. So again, the purpose of this video, I could have ignored it, but I have said from the very beginning that I will never sit back and let this man try to rewrite history or gaslight more people. And you know what I was thinking? I was thinking about Tasia. I'm gonna do a video. I had a video planned for Tasia, but I don't know. I will get to it whenever I get to it. So now I remember Tasia when she was in the comments defending this clown, when people were basically, exposing him in front of her, telling her what an awful person he is, revealing all some of the things that he had done to the women who has had the misfortune of being in his life, you know, in one form or another. And I remember Tasia defending him. And now, seeing the way that he has treated Tasia, I won't even be surprised. And no, not what I'm trying to say is, now I won't even be surprised. I will be interested to see where her mind is at right now. I don't know if she will ever come out. Maybe she might choose to take the route of Summer as opposed to taking the route of Najiba. So I'm interested to see what she's going to do. I wonder if she's going to speak out about her experience. I wonder if she's going to speak out about her experience, about what she dealt with on account of this man and, this gold digger who is only looking for gold among black women. I'm interested to know. You know what I mean? Like this gold digger who's like, he doesn't want gold from Oyinbo women, because Oyinbo women will smell him from a mile away. You know, I wonder if, because at that time when Tasia was with him, there was already the accommodation issue, right? So I guess I'm wondering, maybe he would have mentioned to her that he want them to move in together so that she can foot the bill, and then realizing that she herself is homeless, doesn't have money. How was that going to happen? You know? So I'm interested to know what she will say. I want to know where her mind is with regards to this man, and especially if she will come out and speak against him and share her story about her experience with him. So that will be a very, very interesting video, honestly. Let me see. Somebody says, leave Cora, let her speak her mind when she wants to. Um, let me see. Somebody says, you look at him, you can clearly see he needs mental evaluation. Yeah, something is not right. Something is not right with him. Something is definitely not right. Again, this is what our sisters need to watch out for, because this notion of jumping from what you think is a bad situation to what you think is going to be a good situation, only for it to end up being a bad situation, it's not kosher. It's not cool. It's weird. you know People think, oh, because he's Oyimbo, he doesn't have baggage. Look at this one now. Just look at this demented element. Tomorrow now, he will go back to the dating app where he finds the desperados, and then he will chat them up and bring them to. I wonder what his new line is going to be now that he no longer lives in the house that has the bathtub that is every woman's dream. Now that he doesn't live in the house that has a bathtub that is every woman's dream. So I'm wondering what will now be his new catchphrase. I'm interested to know what will be his new catchphrase, his dating line. Oh, I live in a studio, baby. Every woman's dream studio, baby. Oh, I live in a one bedroom. My one bedroom is every woman's. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I'm really interested to know, the line that he's going to use on these women now, and how they will feel. I would like to be a fly in the wall the day that the women will visit him, because he's always, according to him, he has all these pictures with him posing inside a private jet. So, like, I'm wondering, any of the women seeing him in the private jet and swiping, is it left they swipe, I mean, right they swipe, thinking he is all that. Okay, any woman that he lures with his so-called private jet, only for them to come into the house and see that he lives in a one bedroom. Oh my God. Only for them to see that he lives in a one bedroom apartment. I wonder how they will love that. I wonder how they will love that situation. I wonder how they'll love that arrangement. Oh my gosh. Every woman's dream, my gosh. I wonder how they will love the fact that, he'll probably be like, oh, I'm just testing you to see if you are a gold digger. If you have a problem with a man that lives in a one bedroom apartment, I'm just testing you. I'm just testing you to see if you're a gold digger, if you're a woman that cares about material things, and you're gonna have a problem with me with the fact that I live in a one bedroom. It's what rich people do. Rich people who are looking for love, they rent a studio apartment. They pretend they are poor, even though on their dating profile they have a picture of them sitting inside a PJ. But no, they pretend to be poor, and they bring a date into their poor living conditions in their poor neighborhoods, and they're just testing the babe to make sure that she's the right one for them. Oh my God. Ay, 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 ay. That is so wild, man. That is wild. But yeah, that's the video, guys. That's the reaction. This cracked me up, man. When I was watching this, reacting to it with you guys, like, oh, I knew it was gonna be good, because usually when I see a video, I only watch a few seconds or a minute at least, depending on the length of the video, to know if it is something that I'm interested in. The first minute of the first few seconds of the video, the first three words that came out of his mouth, I knew there and then that this was going to be good. And it did not disappoint at all. At all. This is downgrade in every sense of the word, a downgrade. This is embarrassing. This is pathetic. This is sad. Okay? This is a failure through and through. This is a failure. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, everyone, for the stars. I appreciate you. I will catch you later. Bye. And please, if you've not already liked the video, please like it and share if you care. Catch you later. Bye.